We help people to do a better job in front of the media. Hi, and welcome back to the Speaking Channel. I'm Jess Todtfeld, your host. People are asking me as a media consultant.
And Jess, when you
Yes.
were on The Daily Show, they brought you in because you are a fellow who teaches executives and politicians how to appear on television.
Thank you. I want to ask you a question. I have heard it said that people are motivated by one of three ways: money, fame, or giving back. Raising hands, who falls into one of those categories? Anybody? What is it? Fame. Who has the guts to say fortune? Anybody? You do? Okay, all right. Yeah, and it doesn't mean that you don't care about the other two. Are you motivated by something else? Now, in the old days, when it came to newspapers, you had to have a publicist. You had to run around and chase them to try to get in there, to get this much space in there. You had to beg writers. I remember when I was in college, somebody had said, New York Times, if you wanted to buy a page in the New York Times, it cost $100,000. The subject of the movie, Sweet Smell of Success, you have Tony Curtis. Look at that face. He was the publicist. He had to really suck up hard to try to get the attention. Burt Lancaster there, try to get the attention. Please put my story in there. The next step, so that was the one chance, and it's funny, I remember I was a young, budding TV producer, and I wanted to come up with all these great ideas for shows, and I had an idea, I want to get on public access and make something really snazzy, but I realized the problem was it can only be seen in your area, if you understand how the public access works. It's your cable company that allows you to put it on there. So then I said, well, I'm going to find every relative and every friend I have across the country, and I'll fill out the paperwork for them, and I'll come up with these shows and put it everywhere. Oh, a lot of work, and honestly, it never happened. People were realizing they could tap into it. Somebody who tapped into it unknowingly, who probably didn't want to tap into it, was in the Miss Teen USA competition, Miss South Carolina.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future.
She was seen more than 30 million times initially, and there are different versions of that video, the long one, the short one. So she's had hundreds of millions of views, probably not for the reason that the rest of us would want to be on there, for looking silly in public.